Today on Health Trust TV, it's all about managing stress. Dr. Wong from the Asian American Community Involvement talks about stress in general, and Margo Sidener from Breathe, California describes the benefits of a good night's sleep. Elena demonstrates how to simply meditate, and Chef Evan Perlick from the Marriott in San Jose cooks a fresh and tasteful dish. Later, Dr. Varner covers some tips for a better night's sleep, and Ryan Hughes, our fitness expert, shows us how to build a strong back with some great gym exercises. All this and much more on Health Trust TV. Hi everyone and welcome to Health Trust TV. I'm your host Adam Morella, and today we'll be discussing stress and the importance of managing it. We have an exciting show filled with amazing guests. Soon Paloma will join us from Yoga in the Garden at Veggielution. But first I'd like to welcome to our program President and CEO of Breathe California, Margo Sidener, and Dr. Jorge Wong of Asian Americans for Community Involvement, better known as AACI. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. So we're going to start with Dr. Jorge. From your professional perspective, what are some of the main symptoms of stress?
Adam, this is a great question. Stress is actually one of those life conditions that we really underestimate. It causes us a lot of psychological stress or a lot of problems, and also physical. From the psychological perspective, you often have depression, anxiety, a lot of worrying, and also communication problems with our dear loved ones, whether spouse or children. From the physical side, there's also a lot of issues with sleep, a lot of pain, whether it's body pain or even internal organ pains, that oftentimes people go to the primary care doctors, and oftentimes it's due to stress.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about some of the consequences of living with chronic stress.
Chronic stress, you worry too much, sometimes you impede yourself from really accomplishing your goals. If you're thinking too much about it, you become really depressed, you become isolated, or sometimes you can't concentrate, you do many things that you usually did when you were not feeling so much stress. On the physical side, oftentimes pains, aches, worries, not enough sleep, it causes you a lot of functioning issues that doesn't really allow you to be productive throughout the whole day. So
which population is most susceptible to having stress in their lives?
Most of the time, people think it's just a particular population, but here in Silicon Valley, our population is quite diverse. It affects all of us, from immigrants and refugees coming in through acculturation, stress, multiple jobs, high cost of living, to even the high-performing people. Because we are always working on projects and also wanting to do more, we just pile up more things on top of our everyday lives, and that also causes us a lot of stress.
Okay. So what does AACI offer the community to reduce stress in their lives?
AACI actually has a lot of programs. We have a medical clinic, we have a large mental health department that not only deals with existing mental health conditions, but also helps prevent them. We have a substance abuse program, we have a patient navigator that helps people navigate through the whole medical system so that they don't get stressed out finding out where the next appointment is going to be. We also have a domestic violence shelter, a center for survivors of torture, problem gambling program, substance abuse, youth services, as well as wellness for seniors, and also an advocacy program and social engagement. So in a nutshell, we do a lot of things to help individuals in the Valley not be so stressed out.
Well, that's great. So thank you, doctor. And to continue with our topic of being healthy and reducing stress, we brought in Margo Sidener from Breathe, California, right? So Margo, why don't you tell us a little bit about Breathe California? What is it, and what are you guys looking to do in the community?
Well, as the local lung health leader and clean air leader, Breathe California, the Bay Area, works with its communities to promote lung health and fights lung disease in all its forms.
Okay.
And we, because your lungs are open to the environment, so much affects them that we have a very broad range of programs to, for instance, reduce the burden of lung disease here in our communities, but also to try to establish tobacco-free communities and to protect our air quality.
Okay. So, you know, sleeping and breathing sounds pretty automatic and easy, but it's not for everyone. Why is that?
Well, stress, which Dr. Wong just shared with us, is a big problem for many people. But it goes beyond that. There are certainly people who just have bad sleep hygiene. They do things that make it unlikely that they're going to have a good rest, and there are lots of tips on the internet for that. But there are people who have serious sleep problems. Some people have nightmares. Some people have narcolepsy where they actually fall asleep during the day. And one thing that we're finding more and more is that people have sleep apnea, which brings Breathe California into the whole sleep realm because that affects breathing.
I see.
So that's one, really, the more we learn about sleep, the more important that we know sleep is.
I see.
The programs that Breathe California have come up to try to help that have to do with giving out machines that help sleep apnea.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about the sleep machines.
Well, sleep apnea is actually, it's a condition that happens when we sleep and our muscles in the back of the throat kind of relax, and so you're not able to get air because your tongue lodges against the soft palate. So what the sleep machine does is literally force air into your lungs, so it gets past the obstruction. So it's a machine that pumps out air, and the air attaches to a mask, and it goes into the mask and goes down your throat and into your lungs. And the reason it's so important is because without that, you don't get the oxygen you need, and you can not only develop lots of problems like high blood pressure or irregular heartbeat, atrial fibrillation, but you actually can die.
Wow.
So many people stop breathing many times an hour.
Wow.
So
these sleep machines are pretty important.
Very important.
Okay. Margo and Dr. Jorge, thank you guys for coming in and teaching us a little bit about stress and a little bit about sleep apnea and sleeping better. We're going to send it over to Paloma as she learns how yoga can reduce stress from a different perspective.
Thank you, Adam. I'm here at Veggielution with Mark and Michelle. Mark, I heard that you have a program here at Veggielution. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. So Veggielution is sort of like a community garden, but instead of a regular community garden where people have their individual gardens, here it's just one big giant garden, and people can come here and volunteer, and there will be a skilled farmer here to show you what to do. And you could come for 2 or 3 hours at a time. After helping out in the garden, you're able to take food home from the garden. So it's like a cooperative project. So if you don't have time to have your own garden or you want to learn, you come here and we'll show you.
Are you involved with any other organizations?
Yeah, Veggielution collaborates with a lot of other organizations in the community. One thing we do is we run 2 gardens at local elementary schools and teach school kids about healthy eating and gardening and science and whatnot. Another thing we do is we have these greenhouses here, and we grow a lot of veggie plants to provide to school programs and to other nonprofits. Another thing that's really exciting is that we're trying to offer fitness and wellness classes here now. So that's where Michelle comes in and Be the Change Wellness Center. So now we're offering yoga, Zumba, and other health-related courses.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
So, Michelle, can you tell us a little bit about your involvement with the yoga program here at Veggielution?
Yeah, well, at Be the Change, our main focus is on increasing our community's access to yoga. And so we recognize that in order to do that, we need to get outside of our studio walls and partner with organizations that are also working to build a healthier community, like Veggielution. And so we just came here, talked to them, and organized a Yoga on the Farm event because we just believe in wellness and eating right, creating community, and treating the environment with respect and being socially responsible. And that's what Veggielution is also about.
That's wonderful. So tell me, why is it so important? What is the health benefits of yoga?
Yoga helps develop personal awareness, self-esteem, and emotional balance in addition to physical strength and a healthy body image. Yoga brings oxygen to our muscles, movement to our joints, and cleanses our organs. So it's really a whole body kind of workout and wellness activity. Plus it's fun, it reduces stress naturally, and it helps to prevent chronic illness such as diabetes, anxiety, or obesity, and depression.
Great. So how do people get involved in yoga?
Well, our program here on the farm, they just need to show up, bring a mat if you have one. We have a limited supply available. And there's no other kind of registration. We're here on Saturdays, every third Saturday of the month at 9 a.m. doing yoga here on the farm.
And does it cost anything?
Well, we are focused on increasing the access to yoga, and so part of that is affordability. So one of the main things that makes yoga inaccessible for people is the high cost. And so we actually operate completely on a donation basis. So our classes at our studio, as well as all of our classes at Veggielution, are all by donation. So we allow people to pay what they can afford, and that allows more people to practice and more people to get the benefits of yoga.
That sounds great. And is there a website where people can visit?
Yes. Our website is btcwellness.org, or as Mark mentioned earlier, veggielution.org. You can find all the information on both websites.
Well, thank you so much, Michelle. And thank you so much, Mark. And there you have it. It's that easy to get involved. And now I'm going to send it to Elena for her healthy choice.
Hi, I'm Elena from the Health Trust, and today I'm going to talk about managing stress. Stress will always be present, and indeed, it can be a good thing, inspiring creativity and learning. However, as you, and probably your friends and your family know, if stress gets overwhelming, it can have a negative impact on your mood, body, and behavior. Meditation can help. There are many different kinds of meditation practiced all over the world for a variety of reasons. Today, we're just going to talk about two. They can help reduce stress and can be easily practiced at work and at home. The first is focusing on deep breathing. Deep breathing increases your oxygen flow and relieves tension and anxiety. What's the proper way to deep breathe? Sit in a comfortable position and place your palms on your thighs. Next, inhale through your nose for about a count of 4. Watch as my stomach inflates and my chest stays relatively stable. This is because you're really breathing from the diaphragm. Watch me. Afterwards, exhale through your mouth, again for about a count of 4, and watch as my stomach deflates. Try and get into a steady rhythm with your breaths and clear your mind, just focusing on the air going in and out of your body. The second type of meditation is walking meditation. Walking in and of itself boosts endorphins, which reduce stress hormones. Being outdoors has also been linked to reduce stress, so try and do this outside if you can, preferably in a relaxing place like a park or a beach. The whole idea of walking meditation is to walk at a normal, relaxed pace and clear your mind, just focusing on the sensations in your body. So the feel of your feet, the smell of the fresh air, and the sensation of your body moving in this way. Remember, there are many different kinds of meditation, and you can experiment. Find out which one works best for you. There's no right or wrong way to reduce stress. You just have to find what works to healthfully cope with it. Again, I'm Elena from the Health Trust, giving you the tips to make healthy choices.
Thank you, Elena. And coming up next, Chef Evan Perlick from the San Jose Marriott cooks a fresh and tasteful dish. And later, our fitness expert Ryan Hughes covers some great workouts for your back. But first, a healthy tip from one of our community members.
Hi, I'm Suzanne St. John Crane. Stress comes in many forms and is caused by many different factors. Luckily, you can learn to minimize it. Here are 3 easy tips to lower your stress. Increase the amount of fruits and veggies in your diet by blending a daily smoothie. Sleep is when your body repairs itself physically and mentally. Don't rob yourself of a good night's sleep. Be sure to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep nightly. Stress can lead to tension in the body, and a good way to release that tension is by stretching. Use a foam roller whenever your body feels tight. It looks like a log and comes in many densities, and its purpose is to work out knots and loosen sore muscles. So don't let stress get the better of you. Eat healthy, sleep well, and stretch regularly. For more information on how to manage stress, visit www.healthtrust.org.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Health Trust TV. And today for our cooking segment, we're at Cucina Bambini with Chef Evan Perlick from ARCADIA Steakhouse. How you doing today, Chef?
Great.
And what is it that you're going to be cooking for us today?
Today we're going to make sesame crusted tuna with yogurt tahini sauce and a little grilled cucumber salad.
Wow, that sounds awesome. So why don't we get started?
Let's get started.
What's involved with this? What kind of ingredients are we using in here?
So we're going to start off with some ahi tuna or yellowfin tuna.
Okay.
I'm going to season this up real quick. We'll get this started and I'll go through the rest of the items.
Okay.
So I'm crusting this in the sesame seeds.
And that was a little bit of salt you threw on there first, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And then we're going to get this started in the pan. And we're going to cook this rare.
Okay.
That's the way I prefer it.
That's the way I like it as well, so sounds good.
Okay, so as that's cooking, we're going to make a little dressing for our yogurt or for our grilled cucumber and onion salad.
Okay.
We're going to start off with a little lemon juice, a pinch of toasted coriander, toasted cumin,
okay,
pinch of basil, or pinch of garlic.
So far, all easy ingredients, readily at any grocery store, right?
Correct.
Cool.
A little bit of oil,
Okay.
olive oil, and a pinch of salt.
Perfect.
So this is going to be used to marinate our grilled onions
Okay.
and cucumbers.
So obviously you grilled these prior to.
I did.
Okay.
And it's just a few minutes on each side.
Okay.
So we have a tomato here. So we're just going to core it. So we're going to let that sit for a second, and we're going to move on to the yogurt tahini sauce.
All right.
So I have a little bit of tahini here, which is just ground sesame seeds.
Okay.
Start off with that. I also have some ground chickpeas as well to give it a little body.
All right.
And last but not least, we have some yogurt.
All right.
Spin it down.
Starting to come together. Starting to look good here.
Right. And this will be the last turn on this guy.
All right.
And I think we can just slide that off for a second.
Okay.
So pretty much the same things go into this. A little bit of lemon juice, garlic, chili flakes. And the chili flakes will bloom in here and get hotter, so it's something that you're going to want to watch.
Yeah, okay. I'm into the spice, so.
And a pinch of salt. So we'll just bring this all together. Now that's looking good. And we'll set that aside. Tuna should be ready. Just let that rest a second.
Okay.
And we can start bringing all these components together.
So far, pretty easy stuff, huh? Nothing.
Right.
Do you not have to be professionally trained to make this at home?
Not that I feel like you can, anybody can do this.
And a little practice with.
Right. So here's the yogurt tahini. If you wanted a little thinner, you can add more yogurt. I like it as it's a nice little base for the whole salad.
Okay.
So don't be afraid. Put a nice dollop down.
All right.
And I'll kind of
looking great.
Spread that around. The salad. And it's great to let the salad marinate for a while. It'll only get better.
Sure.
So you can start by placing.
Nice presentation.
Correct. And one big piece right here.
Wow, looks good.
See how we did?
Beautiful.
Perfect.
Perfect. All right. So it looks amazing. It's healthy. We're anxious to try it. I'm gonna grab a fork out of here.
And I'm just gonna throw some fresh herbs on as garnish.
Nice,
we have some mint. Some
Wow.
baby cilantro.
That's a pretty dish there, Evan. I almost
And
don't want to eat it. I
right.
don't want to mess it up.
Some baby parsley.
All right.
And there it is.
Free for me to try?
Free for you to try.
All right, I'm gonna take a bite here. You obviously got to give it a shot. Take a little bit of the tuna. Get some of the dressing in there.
Yeah.
Right on. That is amazing. It's healthy. It was pretty quick to make. We want to thank Chef Evan for coming in today. But please stay with us. We're going to go next to our fitness expert, Ryan, for a great new workout. But before we go to Ryan, I want to send it to Dr. Varner because she's going to leave us with an important message on health.
Hi there, and welcome. I'm Dr. Jane Varner from the Palo Alto Medical Foundation, here with the doctor's message. Lately, have you been irritable, forgetful, or just plain exhausted? You're probably not getting enough sleep. Studies show that adults need 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night for our brains to be fully refreshed and functional. If you're struggling to get a good night's sleep, consider the following suggestions. Have a consistent bedtime routine. Go to bed and wake up at the same time as often as you can. Relaxing activities such as taking a warm bath or shower, listening to soothing music, or reading a book will help you transition to sleep. Avoid watching TV or using your computer, tablet, or smartphone just before bed. Recent studies have shown that screens may actually activate the brain. Create a space that is ideal for sleeping, usually cool, dark, and quiet. Make sure that your mattress and pillow are comfortable. Try to avoid letting your children or pets sleep with you, as this can be very disruptive. Don't take a long nap during the day and expect to fall asleep at your regular bedtime. If you need to sleep, limit naps to 30 minutes. Avoid stimulants such as caffeine or nicotine in the late afternoon and evening. These can take hours to wear off. And avoid alcohol just before bed. Although it can make you sleepy at first, it can disrupt sleep later at night. And don't go to bed just after a huge meal. Your discomfort or your acid reflux might keep you up. Similarly, don't drink too many liquids just before bed, or you will inevitably be making trips to the bathroom all night long. If you're worried about something, take a few minutes before bed to organize your thoughts and prioritize things for the next day. Take notes that you can refer to in the middle of the night if necessary. Last, but certainly not least, exercise regularly. Studies show that just 20 minutes of exercise daily can dramatically improve your sleep. Health conditions such as sleep apnea or simply worry can keep us from a good night's sleep, night after night. Sleep deprivation can be harmful to your health and destructive to your life. So don't stare at the ceiling every night. Talk to your healthcare provider about solutions that might work for you. Again, I'm Dr. Jane Varner with the doctor's message.
Hi, my name is Ryan Hughes, and today we're going to walk you through a back workout. We're going to show you 3 exercises that's going to help strengthen both your lower and your upper back. First exercise we're going to do is a pull-up. These can be done in a couple variations. We have a standard pull-up, which is done with your palms facing in, and then we also have a chin-up, which is reversed. You have the reverse grip here, palms out. We're going to start with just the pull-up. So on this one, you can do these assisted with a partner, or you can do them straight through. I'll demonstrate these. You want to bring chin all the way to the bar and back down. Get a good stretch. So when you come down, you want to hang. Get a good stretch on the lats. And then back up, chin up to the bar, and back down. Good stretch, and up, and back down. If you're going to do the chin-ups, these will also incorporate a little bit of the biceps. But you can reverse your grip here, and it's the same thing. Let yourself all the way down and pull up, chin up to the bar, back down, pull up, chin up to the bar, and back down. So it's your first exercise, 2 variations. Next, we're gonna move on to some lat pull downs. Okay, so moving on to our second back exercise, we're gonna do some lat pull downs. Everybody's seen this kind of lat pull down bar here. So we're gonna get a nice wide grip. You don't wanna go too close on these. You wanna go nice and wide. So we'll go nice wide grip, a moderate weight. And all we're gonna do here is get a good stretch just like that and squeeze the lats. Pull down almost to your chest and back up. You wanna keep a nice arch on your back and keep your chest nice and high. Pull down to the chest and back up. Get a good stretch and pull down to the chest, back up. Good stretch and down. Good. So we'll go 3 to 4 sets on there, 10 to 12 reps on that second exercise. Really hits the lats, brings out the width in the lower back. And we'll move on to our third exercise, which is gonna be our seated row. Okay, so our third exercise for back is gonna be a seated row. We're gonna use an attachment. It's a close grip attachment here. It's basically gonna almost look like you're rowing a boat. And we're just gonna go ahead and pull it back. Nice sturdy stance. Make sure your chest is up. You got a nice arch in your lower back. And all you're gonna do here is let it up, get a good stretch, and pull it in towards your stomach. Let it up, pull it in. So you got that rowing motion going on. Let it up, get a good stretch on the back, pull it in, good. Keeping your chest up and keeping that arch in your lower back the whole time. And in. Let it all the way in, get a good stretch, and pull it back. So same thing on here. We'll go 10 to 12 reps, 3 to 4 sets of each. And just to recap, we started off with the pull-ups and the chin-ups. Either alteration of the exercise is fine, 10 to 12 reps on that. We moved over to the wide grip lat pull downs, 10 to 12 reps, 3 to 4 sets. Lastly, we finished off on the seated row, same thing, 3 to 4 sets and 10 to 12 reps. My name is Ryan Hughes with Health Trust TV, reminding you to stay healthy.
Well, everyone, that's our show for today. Remember, everything you've learned and more can be found on our website at www.healthtrust.org. Visit the site and join us next time as we bring Silicon Valley the latest in health. Thanks for watching Health Trust TV.